Oh, that's the other wrong. Sorry. Oh, wow. This is really, really dark. Hey, guys. Maybe this way? Well, there's a little bit of, a little bit of, a little bit of light. I'm driving, as you guys can tell. Hi, this is Sandra Ayon, your home care provider. I want to thank everyone that has been following me for all this time. This video, let me see. I'm going to do it. No, it's the same thing. You guys can't see anyway, so I'll just turn on one light. It's okay. I want to thank everyone for being there for me. You know, you guys have been extremely supportive. I am so blessed and so grateful to have you guys here with me. Let me see here. Volume. Sorry. Okay, cool. I want to make sure you guys can hear what I'm saying. So, you know, you guys know me and numbers. And I just love numbers. You know, it's someone brought it to my attention, and then I started thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. Sorry. Excuse me. They're like, Sandra, my nephew. It was my nephew. Did you realize that the last day of the year is 12/31 of this year is 12/31/23? And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, do you see it? It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I was like, oh my God, dude, you're crazy. You know, it's like, that was so awesome of him to bring that to my attention. So I'm like, whoa, you know, I'm stoked when it comes to numbers. And then I'm like, yeah. I went back and I started thinking about February 2nd, or even better, February 22nd, 2022, you know, and it's just like nuts. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I don't know, and I have to go, and now I'm going to look at the calendar. I'm going to have to go and take a look and see what other days are like that, you know. That's awesome. So but on another note, you guys made me realize how important it is and have that freedom of having that live feature. And the reason I mention it is because of my TikTok. I have a TikTok, you guys, that a friend of mine, the young lady that I take care of, her brother, said, Sandra, you should go on TikTok. You know, you should go and start spreading your stuff, you know, what you do down there, so that you can reach more audiences, you know. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I'll try. So I've been trying, and it's still a little complicated, you know, for me. What is this video about, right? This video is the entire year of what home care providers go through, recapping on you know, the struggles that we face on a daily basis with our clients. And you forgive me, I'm driving, so I gotta pay attention, and I'm like a bobblehead because I like to look at everything before I make a turn or anything like that. This year has been extremely interesting, you guys. Interesting in the aspect of I've had a lot to deal with. You know, I thought other years were hard. No. This year by far has not only been the hardest year that I can remember, but it's also been a major change, drastic change in my life. How? I'm still home care provider. You know, I was able to realize that one incident, I knew this already, one incident can change your life. But I've never been struck so deeply, to where I have to like really analyze why is what's happening to me. Okay. Now, I have a lot to say. Okay, you guys know me. I no tengo pelos en la lengua. I don't have any hair on my tongue, which is what us Hispanics say. I just tell you the way it is. I don't beat around the bush, which is the English version. But it's been very, very educational for me. Painfully educational. And I didn't realize how much time I had invested in all the negativity when I myself preach 1% is what happens to you and 99% is what you do about it. I still firmly believe in that. Firmly. I believe that what you put out there is what you're going to receive. And whether it's the universe that you guys, pothole, nothing compared like the ones in TJ, right? So that's a tiny little pothole. If you guys put good stuff out there, it comes back to you, you guys. It comes back to you. Maybe not right now, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the day after. I made a video about my genie, John. I made a video about Rosemary. I told you guys what I go through and what I went through and how I composed myself, to be able to handle all of that stuff. My right arm hurts. It hasn't hurt in over 3 years. My shoulder. And it's to the point where I try to lift it and I gotta literally use my other hand to pick it up. And I sleep with my hand above my head until I fall asleep, and then I don't know what happens because I'm sleeping. I'm getting older. Next month, on the 27th, I'm going to be 49 years old. I am getting older. I'm yet to see grandchildren, but that's all right. I'm not in a hurry. I'll adopt a bunch of other ones. So I had a terrible incident because of my mouth, because I did not watch what I said. I did not think about what I said, which was wrong, by telling that tamalero to go back to Mexico and do whatever he wants down there. I was definitely wrong, because it doesn't matter where you are, you can't do whatever you want if you want to follow the guidelines and the rules of every country that you visit. You cannot, not even Mexico. Not even Mexico, okay? Because in Mexico, there's rules, there's regulations that I have to educate myself to be able to drive down there. I need to get insurance, pay an additional insurance to be able to drive up and down in TJ, to be able to drive, Guadalajara, Jalisco, which is where I'm from. I need to purchase additional things to keep moving forward in their country the right way. The right way, okay? Now, with that said, I was wrong. Dead spot on wrong. And I have not really put up many videos telling you guys the trauma that I have endured in this because of that. I haven't really gone into detail and tell you guys that what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through, because I need to be more selective of my language, my words, what it is that I'm going to tell you. You guys already know all the outcome where Alex is in jail with his other associates. Okay, I mean, the name, the Justice 8, what does that mean? What does that mean? What are they? Some kind of superheroes? You know, superheroes don't hurt. I mean, are we talking about Batman? Are we talking about the Joker? Are we talking about the Penguin? Are we talking about Catwoman? Are we talking about which heroes are we talking about? You know, that they're painting them like heroes. And they may be heroes in their own, you know, world. There's a teacher there. Oh, I like tinted windows, but hang on a second. Sometimes it's difficult turning. There's a teacher. I don't know any of these people because, of course, I had a lynch mob of over 200 at my front door. But from looking at the TikTok videos, one of them is a teacher. Esta calle, they gotta fix it. It looks like they're fixing it, but it's still bumpy. Now, I have shown you guys videos of my sons, okay? My sons, when I moved out and left all the gangs and said, I'm not doing this, I did it for my older son, my Edwin. He is the most amazing person that I could have been blessed to have. You know, this child has a combination of our suffering while I was working and trying to get him everything he needed. And now he is also reaping the rewards of an educated mother that has grown. Slowly, but I've grown. I mean, it took me 6 years to get my liberal arts degree, and that was without breaking my enrollment. You know, constantly I had to work, and I took up 2 units. You know, I had to take care of my son. I had to schedule babysitting. I had to figure it out. How am I going to make money for this? Eventually, what ended up happening was, I got something. Sorry. What ended up happening was I had to pick between my education and my and what I wanted to do as a job. And being a home care provider was the closest. You know, I love being a home care provider. I love learning what kind of medications you're taking. I love going to doctors with them and asking them questions. Well, what's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? I love the knowledge. Education. My sister just told me, you know what? I'm thinking I want to go to college. And I'm like, go for it. I will help you. It'll take a while, but you will get somewhere. And not only that, but once you hit a school and you hit this educational process of whatever it may be, it could be YouTube teaching you how to do something. You know, that's how I learned about the War of 1812, through YouTube. And it's a very good literature to know, you know. I did a report on it, so but I sunk into it. I sunk my teeth into it, and I did it. So my son now, you know, he can see the growth in his mother. And mind you, there's a lot of old people out there. I gotta fix this. But there's a big difference between old people and grown people. Grown people grow and learn from their experiences, the things that happen around them. You know, grown people can make a better decision based on their knowledge, you know, what they've learned. And old people, they're just old. They're just old. They never grow up. I mean, I know quite a few gangbangers, veteranas, you want to call them, that are still in that 16-year-old mentality, that are still in that 18-year-old mentality. And they got to be hitting their 60s. And I'm like, really, dude? You know, come on, man. You know, when? But that's an old person. That's an old person. And I've changed. And these past 4 months have been horrible, especially the first 51 days. My son pointed out, my 18-year-old pointed out the other day, a couple of days ago, Mom, is that an egg on our wall? And I go, what? And I look up, and sure enough, a couple of days ago, somebody had the time to go out of their way to come to my home and slingshot an egg. It's on the wall. My front door is 75 feet away from the street. And mind you, after 28 years of not needing any cameras, now I have to have cameras up the yin-yang. And I have to watch my dogs left and right to make sure I know my dogs' voices. They all have voices. I know who's barking. I know why they're barking. That I can distinguish between them. So now I'm right on top of it. You know, I can't sit down and use the restroom in peace unless I hire someone to say, hey, you go check it out. You know, and that other one is my son, which is why I reward him. Dude, I'm going to go use the restroom. Can you just handle whatever happens? You know, or now, you know, I'll get on the cameras and I'll take a look and see what's going on. And it's like, okay, you know, I can't be at peace. But what I wanted to tell you guys is in the beginning, because I was wrong of what I said, and the reason, and you guys know that I fight, and you guys know that I advocate, but if I'm preaching 1% is what happens to you and 99% is what you do about it, I myself failed that. I failed that. Why? Because I got so emotionally wrapped up in the injustice that that Tamalero Antonio did to me. They thought that I was going to sit there and hide behind my doors and be like, you know what? I'm just not going to come out and it'll all go away. No, it will not go away. And I went out there and I stepped up because that's what I do. I step up to shine. I do not step on people like Antonio the Tamalero did to shine. Mind you, I noticed he has a brand new truck. I wonder who bought him that with all the donations he got. Maybe, maybe not. I don't care. I have my own truck because I paid for my own truck with my own money that I saved by myself. I didn't need anyone paying for my bills. I'm a self-sufficient woman that has had to be, like I mentioned in another video, I am 90% man and 10% female. Okay? Why? Because the man is the one that's supposed to take care of his household. The man is the one that's supposed to, you know, in the old days, I'm a little old school, but I can, you know, negate and negotiate with you guys, you know, like, okay, well, I'm going to invite you to dinner. I'll pay for dinner. But if you invite me out for dinner, you're paying for dinner. I'm not. And I have had men that, you know what I like, and they're like, oh, let's go to dinner, and next thing you know, I'm the one that's flipping the bill, and I'm like, you know what, whatever, I don't care, I'm hungry, I want to eat, and if you piggybacked on that, then that's cool for you, I don't care, you know. But a man takes care of his household, a man takes care of his family, a man teaches his kids what's right, what's wrong. A woman in a relationship with a man reinforces what the man is supposed to do. And I have not been lucky enough or blessed enough to have that right man by my side. I mean, I married one, I'm hoping that he would be fine, and I still love the guy. He's a great man, but his principles and his morals and his, you know, are vague by his choices. And because of his choices, I am now left to decide what my choice is. Everyone has a choice. So I'm just like, I've been trying to teach my sons how to be great men, because not only am I a victim, a survivor, first of all, survivor victim of domestic violence. I have been abused literally my entire life. If it's not one, it's another. I've had to pretend to be someone else at a very early age just to have the privilege of being here in this country, in this state. But that was out of my control. I was a child that was doing what I was supposed to do. And I paid for those mistakes that I didn't really ask for. You know, and I'm just like, let's move on. I pleaded and I begged for my residency when I graduated high school, and I was, with a 1-year-old. I wrote the letters and I said, hey, give me an opportunity to show you what a good person, a person of good moral character I can be for this state. I have not been a burden to this state because I've never received welfare for myself besides Medi-Cal, which is an insurance, but food stamps and cash aid and all that. Nope, none of that. Which they've given it to my son. Not to say that I'm too good for that. No, because I would have taken the help. But because I promised the state that I was going to try to be a person of good moral character on a daily basis, and I was not going to be a burden. I was going to work. So what happened in 97, I got my work permit. In October of 97, I got my work permit. In that same month, you guys, I took a reading test and I passed it for my driver's license. In that same month, I took my driving test and I passed it. In that same month, I got my Social Security card. In that same month, I got my bank account. In that same month, I got my ID. In that same month, by the 1st of November, okay, I already had everything. The government gave me an opportunity to show them. And I was not going to defraud them. I was not going to fail them. I was going to run by the rules and I was going to do the best. And I'm only, 97? My son was born 19. 23 years old? I'm 23, 24 years old. Something like that. Living on my own. In this same house that I live at now. And I worked hard, you guys. So before I decided to go get in a fight with somebody, hey, before I snapped, which I snapped a lot, I thought about it. Would a person of good moral character snap? Would a person of good moral character beat somebody up? Would a person of good moral character, would they steal? Would they, would a person of good moral character? No. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I was careful and I made sure that I kept that promise. So I feel for people that are out here trying, that want an opportunity to start. Now, I've been watching TikTok this morning. I was watching TikTok and I seen a couple of people, a couple of gentlemen, creators, that, again, just like El Jarochito, hit the nail on the head. There is more to this story. As soon as Alex got arrested, I have paperwork that shows that they vandalized my vehicles. I have paperwork that shows that they harassed me. I have messages. I have voicemails. I have emails. I mean, these people, what are they thinking calling me with a 310 number? What are they thinking? It's all traceable. There's videos up the yin yang about this guy. And for 51 days, you guys, 51 days, I sat in my home by myself and I cried and I boo-hooed. I still see a psychiatrist that gives me medication. I see a counselor that talks to me every day. Well, not every day, sorry. That's an exaggeration, right? Who knows counselors that do that? I still can't sleep. I still can't eat. I still am worried. I'm still watching my back everywhere I go. But I was watching my back in TJ, because you got to be on point and you got to pay attention because if not, it's a doggy dog world. I love my TJ. Don't get me wrong. I love Mexico, period. But it's not Mexico. It's not Europe. It's not China. It's literally where you are with the people around you. It could be anybody. It's not where you are. It's the people that are around you, their state of mind, their mind, their way of thinking, like what's going to help you. So I'm on point. I like to think I'm on point. I try constantly because I have to. I have to try to be on top of things. I have to try. Park this thing. I have to try to be the best that I can, and I have to pay attention to what's around me constantly. And so should you guys, excuse me, wherever you go, so should you guys. But let me tell you, I'm not sitting here rejoiced because Alex is in jail and the other 8 are there, or 7 or whatever, because there's more. There's more. You have to cross your T's and dot your I's. You have to make sure that you're he has passion. He has a lot of passion. I've always said that. I have a lot of passion. A lot of people didn't like me when I was in the union for the home care providers, working for SEIU Local 2015. And they probably still don't like me. And they're probably at home watching what's going on with me, and they're like, haha, that's what she gets, rejoicing in my misery. We're not supposed to rejoice in others' misery at all. We're supposed to pray for them. We're supposed to empathize with them. They made a mistake. Who doesn't make a mistake? Everyone makes a mistake. Difference is, do you get caught on camera or not? So for 51 days, I sat there and I dwelled. And I did not follow my own rules. 1% is what happens to you. 99% is what you do about it. I did it backwards, you guys. And I was so distraught to the point where there's so many thoughts going through my head. And I knew that if I didn't get the right help, that I would end up in a very, very low, cold, lonely place by myself. And I can't do that. I couldn't let the person who I am go into that cold, lonely place because I have responsibilities. I have the gentleman I take care of, no problem. His sister can come and pick him up and he's gone, right? My other clients, same deal, not my problem, right? My sons are older, 28 and 18, them too. They're grown men. They had their mom around for 18 years. They can go ahead and do whatever they want now. They're legal, right? My dogs are innocent. 16 dogs, you guys. 16 dogs. I just paid $450 at the animal control last week. Wait, last week? No, like 2 weeks ago. Less than 2 weeks ago. Why? Because their tags are due. And that's just for 2024. That doesn't include food. It's a lot. Those I needed help because I'm not going to let anyone pay for my mistakes. I'm not going to let them pay for my mistakes. I have been on YouTube for about 7 years now, I think. I have over 3,000 subscribers. And if you guys know me from all these videos that I have out there, I love the one about the Walmart, where I said if he were to talk to me like that out in South Central, it would have been a totally different thing, because that's one of the ones that Alex used. Sandra's using, look at how she's behaving, but she doesn't want to go ahead. She doesn't want us going over there and talking to her. First of all, that little reunion they had, that little lynch mob, was not peaceful. Okay. Their tactics, they were drinking, they were smoking, they destroyed my vehicles, damage to my vehicles. They threw firecrackers into my front yard, where my son had to literally go get the water hose and turn it off, and they burned, I have pictures of that through the news. You had a bunch of gangster girls, right? They said that 90% of those people that were out there were my neighbors. No, No, they weren't. This was the mob that Alex usually brings with him. That's the mob that he brings with him. These people were from all his side. Yeah, you had some neighbors like the black lady, African American lady that lives next door. She piggybacked on that. She decided, and even in the video, you need 200 people to help you have the balls to come out here and talk to me. When I left my front door I have an open communication policy where you can talk to me and tell me whatever you want. If my music's too loud, please tell me. Please tell me. Hey, Sandra, I have an exam. Can you lower it? Yeah, of course. Hey, Sandra, I need some parking. Can you move your car forward and I can park right there? Of course. Hey, Sandra, there's no parking. Yeah, I see you got parking in the front. Can you, can I park in the back of your house? Yeah. Tell me it's your car because I don't want to tow it. I've towed a total of 63 cars in the 28 years I've been living there. 63. And I remember because that's the year of my Chevy. It's a 63. I haven't towed any yet. And I'm not going to get a car for every year because I'm bad when it comes to old cars. But out of the 30 neighbors that I talked to, 30, just to be simple, 4 of them still talk to me. 4 of them. Even the girl that used to help me has now moved. Not only did she move, but she stopped talking to me. She stopped talking to me because I told her, if you feel that having a relationship with me, any kind of relationship, is going to threaten your well-being, by all means, stay away from me. Stay away from me. It hurts. Yes, it hurts. It hurts that my neighbor next door, I have helped them. Okay. They had a death in the family. They do the rosario where they're praying. Sandra, you should come over here. And I'm like, no, you know what? Here's a couple of $100 so you could feed all the people that are coming for the novenario because they got to pray. And I'll pray from upstairs because I could hear her window. I could hear them praying. So I'm upstairs in my bedroom. I can hear them and I'm praying along with them. I didn't have to go to her house. Helped her do that. My other neighbor that his daughter was a victim of crime. And these are good people. These are good people. Okay. But everybody gets a hair up their behind and all of a sudden they forget who helped you. Who helped you when you were down. And them too. Don't have any money to bury their daughter. They're begging the city, crimes victims. They're fighting with this person and that person. They want to sue that guy and put, the one that ran her over or something, whatever. You know what? Here's $500. Because it's expensive. It's expensive to bury someone. Which is why I have prepared my children to not ask anyone for anything. I work hard every day. Every day I work hard to put a little bit away just in case I die. Here's a little bit away. Use that for my burial. Cremate me. Make sure I'm really, really dead, because I've seen movies. But the cheapest that you could spend on cremating me, I'm good with that. Because I want my kids to keep what I have worked for so hard and not give it away to the state, not give it away. I told my oldest, I live for you every morning. I live for you. I work for you. I breathe for you. And yeah, I taught you to say, what would mommy do without you? And your answer is supposed to be party. But when it was like party, I told my son, yes, I would party if I didn't have you. But what would I do where would I be without you? I don't know. My oldest, my Edwin, is my backbone. My Edwin is my rock. My Edwin, and now I got a little conscience named Steven that's always, mother, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. Good church boy, which is great, because he reminds me that there is a God. He reminds me that the other one reminds me that karma comes back to you. But my they both play a huge part in my development, in me being a better mother, in me being a better person. And this year has been the second half of this year. Not only have I been going back and forth from here, I live in Long Beach. You guys know where I live now. From Long Beach to TJ, which I also have a house in TJ, okay? Because I wanted one and I want to be comfortable. And it was God sent, literally. So I'm in the parking lot. I was looking for light. Sorry. I went through a lot. My business that I sponsor in TJ suffered. I took it off my YouTube channel in fear of retaliation. And now I have to go back and try to find it because I'm very proud of the donuts that my older son's father makes. I invested in that business because I believe in it. And I have been with you guys for 7 years, and the ones that know me know that I don't give up easily. So why is it that Sandra is sitting there not saying anything? Why isn't Sandra fighting back? My mouth is full. I have a lot of things to say. But see, I have to pay attention to what I'm saying. I have to watch what I say because I indirectly hurt a lot of people with my words. And I want my actions to give a better outcome. So I ran across these TikTok creators. And a lot of people, they want to get on YouTube. They want to get on TikTok. TikTok pays me, you guys. It doesn't pay me much, but they pay me. And I don't know, I think it's like 2 pennies per 1,000 views or something like that. I don't know. But it adds up. It adds up. And I don't even try. I just repeat the content of what I know. I know I have to do a video. I should be more dedicated and let me do a video for them so that they can realize that, excuse me, I think November had 5 weeks. I don't know. I remember one of these months has 5 weeks. Let me teach them that they can't do this and they can't do that. But see, a lot of these creators, many of them, I don't know exactly how TikTok works, but I know they get paid depending on the views, how many people look at their content, how many responses. I mean, I could learn if I wanted to, but I got way too much going on. I'll ease into it because the foundation of my business is not money. The foundation of my business is, let's see if this works. The foundation of my business is relationships. I build relationships with you guys. I want to know you when I'm 49. I want to know you when I'm 59. I want to know you when I'm 69. I want to know that whatever I have said has improved your life. That's what I want to do. That's who I want to be. That's how I want to be remembered. And I mentioned in my videos, you know what? If that Alex and his tactics is what there is out there to represent me, no, I'm okay. I'm okay because I may be a gangster, yeah. And I would probably, have done now, you know what? I would have probably done something differently back then. But I'm a little smarter. I'm a little bit more patient. And I'm actually looking at the bigger picture. Who am I really reaching out to? Do I want money or do I want respect? Money or respect? And honestly, like Zapata, I'd rather die on my feet than on my knees. So for 51 days, they literally tortured me. I was a wreck. I crying constantly. My face, you could tell. You could tell. Look at the bags under my eyes. I have thanks to my dad, I have groundhog eyes, where I have bags. You know, I'm still in bad shape. And let me tell you guys why I'm still in bad shape. The animosity, I'm not angry. I'm not angry when I see a tamalero, or I see a corn guy, or I see a taco stand. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I look at them and I wonder, two things. One of them is, do they have a permit to be there? Are they following the rules like any other business would? I had a business owner that came to see me, and he says, how come I haven't seen you? I said, well, I'm sponsoring a business in TJ. I've been going back and forth. I've lost about 40 pounds on Ozempic. It works. It's expensive, and I have them, so it works. Trust me. 3 months, you'll lose 30 pounds in 3 months. That's for sure. Because of the stress and everything, I haven't had a chance to go to your restaurant. I said, but I told him, but you know so-and-so, right? The tamalero Antonio that lives around the corner from my house. Yeah. Okay. I go, how do you feel about there being pop-up stands of tacos? What is it doing to your business? He says, no, well, they're just popping up everywhere and business is slow. I go, wait, you pay insurance. I'm sorry. You pay rent on that place you have, right? Yeah. You pay employees, right? Yeah. You pay your permits. You have to pass your permits. Yeah. I go, I wonder if they do the same thing. I'm just curious. If the flower lady that's standing at the corner has a permit to do that. I'm just curious. Don't get me wrong. I don't knock no one's hustle. Okay? If you can think it like I did with these timesheets, go for it. Go for it. Because little by little, I'm also in those lines where I'm getting to the point where if somebody asks me, hey, well, do you have your own business? Do you have your own title? Do you pay your own taxes? I pay my taxes. I pay what I have to pay in order to do what I do. And when I look at them, I wonder. And then my next question is, if I ask them, how do I ask them? And are they going to be offended? Because I'm going to ask these questions. Because I rather go to a restaurant and buy my food at the restaurant, even though Alex may be right. I don't know. I haven't researched it. A lot of people get sick from established restaurants versus taco stand in the corner. But are they paying the same thing? So one of the comments that I saw was, imagine if everyone from their country would come here and say, oh, well, I could stand in this corner and that corner, and I can sell this and I can sell that, and I can make money. Imagine if everyone came. The chaos. There has to be control. That's why these laws are put into place. I am a registered alien since 1997. Okay? It was hard to get that. And now, am I better? Am I a better person now, after all these months have passed by? I am a better person now, but I'm traumatized. And you know what? I love my sister. I've always have. My younger sister, she's one below me. I love her. We've had a very difficult childhood. We've had to defend ourselves. We've had to fend for ourselves. My mother is a hardworking woman, and she got blessed with an amazing, amazing man. That's my stepfather. That I will clean after them when no one else can. Because he deserves it. Him and my mom. Um, my sister says I have PTSD. And I'm thinking, PTSD? That's like post-traumatic syndrome something, right? People that go to war get that. Well, why do I have PTSD? I'll tell you why. Because if they buy me roses, I don't want them from the lady in the corner. I want them to go and buy them at a flower shop or Albertsons or Walmart, or I want my flowers to come from an establishment, because I want to know where my money's going. Actually, it's not even my money. I've had tamales. Tamales was very difficult. Tamales was very difficult for me to eat. So the only tamales that I eat are the ones from TJ. Oh my God. I got to put some pictures up. They're amazing. They're like just a bomb, you guys. And I get them from La Coahuila. I'll go straight to the Coahuila because I know where they're at, and they're, or El Centro, and it's crazy, right? Because I know going to La Coahuila, because there's a lot, that's like the red light district. There's a lot of people, a lot of cops, and I know I'm going to get pulled over. I know I'm going to get pulled over. But that's why I have to read the rules and regulations of that country, because I'm like, what's the problem? I was supposed to get it a couple of weeks ago when I went down there, but I didn't have enough time. So I'm going to get them again when I go down there. I'm going to go buy a book at the library. It's Thanksgiving. Tamales is season, right? It's Christmas. Tamales season. And nothing goes better with a tamal than, some champurrado. So my sister says I have PTSD. I'm like, I don't want it. I'll wait until I go to TJ and buy them over there. They're the same price anyways. Better quality, I'll tell you that much. I don't know why. They're just amazing. So why is it that I have PTSD? Because it hurt what they did to me. What hurt was that Antonio el Tamalero lied. He lied, and he told them that this was a vendor client problem. And it wasn't a vendor client problem. It wasn't. It was a problem that I had had with him for over a year. And just to say 1 year, 365 days, I asked him 7 times, can you please help me? I'm having a problem with my dogs. I watched him every day, pass by between 8 and 10:30 every day. And out of those 365 days, I only asked him 7 times. 7 times. So when I went out there, I was angry, and I let that anger control me. But he lied. He lied. He lied to Alex. He told them, yeah, there's this lady. She told me not to sell my tamales. No, that's not true. I never did that. I never told him not to sell his tamales. I asked him for help. So for 51 days, I sat there, and I was angry, and I was upset. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. And I'm like, how am I going to get him? What am I going to do? What are my rights? What do I, you know, defend myself with? And then when I went to go see my psychiatrist, the one that gives me the drugs, the medication to control me, he said to me, just like this. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna paraphrase. He said to me, "If you think you can win, Sandra, go for it. Go for it." And I'm thinking, I can't win. I don't even know how to use TikTok. I cannot win. So it made me think about my business. It made me think about what I do when I help you guys with your timesheets. I just told you guys, December 31st, 2023, when we write it down, is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My nephew gave me that January 1st, January 11, 2011. And it's 1, 11, 11, all ones. I sit there and I look at these timesheets. I listen to people, and I already know what's wrong, and I already know how to fix it. It just practice makes perfect, right? Well, I don't know why it's so easy to me to see, and then I have to think, okay, how can I explain this in the simplest way? How can I, so that you guys can get it? And therein is the dilemma. There was my answer, because there's over 550,000 home care providers, okay? And a large percentage are making these mistakes. And if they're not making a mistake, they're losing a lot of money. And when it comes to learning how to do it correctly, not just right, but if you do it correctly, you can make more money. If you administrate your time and you schedule appropriately, you both win. Your client wins and you win. You, because you get a higher income, and your client because they get all their needs met. They're on a schedule. It's about scheduling. That's what it's about. So if I can see this, and I also know for a fact, and if there's anyone out there, let me plug this in. I've done pretty good, huh? I haven't even smoked. Somebody said you can't smoke on TikTok. It's like, whatever. Give me cigarro, which I'm fiending for, but it's cool. I can wait. If I am your diva when it comes to doing these timesheets, I know the ins and outs. I am the professional when it comes to these timesheets. And I tell people, you know what? I don't think they want to leave. Okay, that's cool. Go ahead and leave. But you're not ready. You're not ready yet. Try one. And then I see the mistake. But they want to save because they have to pay me to teach them how to do it. They want to save on that money they're paying me. Okay? So what happens is they make a mistake. They make a mistake. And you know that violations are not easily forgiven. And then when they come back, they're like, Sandra, help me. So now they have a bigger mess that I have to clean up, because I told them, you don't know how to do this yet. I need to see you practice. So I'm charging you 10% to do this. I warned you before you left that you were not ready. And if you were to come back and now you have three violations, you've been suspended for 90 days, or you're going to get suspended for 90 days. Now my fee has gone up to 20% because I warned you. I told you, don't. You're not ready. So if you're having a problem paying me $100 a month, now you're going to have even higher problem paying me 200. And not only that, but now you're stuck, or you forfeit either 3 months of your salary, or a whole year on your fourth mistake. And I tried to warn you, and I tried to teach you, and I told you you're not ready, but you still left. That's the professional. I'm the professional when it comes to your timesheets. I'm the professional that guides you how to do the IHSS. So I put myself in that professionalism. Alex is a professional activist. I am not. I am going to lose. And it took a psychiatrist to explain that to me. He said to me, "It's not fair, Sandra, but if somebody gave me a choice," oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Retract that. He said, "It's not fair what's happening to you, Sandra. But the truth is, if you think that you can win, go for it. Go for it." I can't win. I can't win because I haven't seen anybody better than me in my field, in what I do, as far as educating on the system of IHSS. And that's why I let it go. That helped me. So I went to go get mental help because I couldn't understand. It was unfair. It was unjust. Now I am being harassed by everyone and their grandma, okay? Because, hey, I recognize you. And I'm like, yeah, from where? So I don't go to, I don't go to bars. Okay, once in a blue moon, I'll go to a bar. What's today, Saturday? Oh, maybe I could go today. I don't know. I got plenty of drinks at home. I don't go to bars. And if I do, it's to go karaoke. I don't go to clubs. I did in February of this year. I believe it was February or December of last year. And with that one, they blew up that I've been kicked out of many bars, many disco places. I'm like, really? Wow. I don't remember ever being, I've never been, unbelievable but true, I've never been 86 out of nowhere. Nowhere. Not even church. Thank God. You know? But they made up so many lies, which was, I'm like, go for it. Fake Facebooks, fake Instagrams, fake everything. And I'm just like, how do I fight that? I don't know how to fight that. I could tell you, hey, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. That's not me. You know, I tried. I went to my 30-year reunion. I didn't know what to expect. Those people were nice to me. I felt I had to leave. You know, I had a gentleman I was talking to the other day, and I broke out in tears, and I said, I can't express myself the way I used to be able to, because I have to think, what am I going to say? I am not ready to start a new relationship with anyone new, because I don't know what their agenda is behind getting to know me. I can't do that. Why can't I? Because that's the PTSD that oh, that's the PTSD that I have now. I have to watch my every step. I have to watch my every word. I have to watch my every movement. I have to watch my looks. I have to watch people around me. I mean, there's a bunch of guys sitting, standing over there next to their car, put up the window. I'm sitting here in my truck in the parking lot because it's lighted, and you see the popo back there, which is actually security, whatever. I'm watching everything, and it's constant adrenaline, and it hurts to be sitting at a table of people that they invited me to their Christmas thing, and I'm sitting there going,
I feel privileged to be sitting in their table in their house. Like, really? You want Sandra? You want me? You want me to come and join you on such an occasion? I'm okay at home. I'm okay alone. I don't mind. I mean, I've really never had company anyways, but I feel privileged and blessed to be sitting at not at their table, not because I don't deserve it, not because I don't feel like I'm worthy, but because of my neighbor that put up the curtain next to me, that would always talk to me. And now she has, Mexican candles because we live in Saints, and they're all facing me, on her window. And I'm like, wow, I gave you $200. Or the one that I gave $500 to, that her daughter, the husband's daughter passed away. Now both of those females sit in that kitchen and they talk, and I could hear everything because it all echoes, and I don't want to, and I close the window majority of the time because it makes me mad. But it made me realize how bad I sound because they are trashy. They talk trashy. I don't want to talk trashy. I want to have education. I primarily want you guys to see the Lord working in me, how the Lord has changed me, how God has completely, drastically transformed my entire life for the greater good. That's what I want people to see. Yeah, those females know me because I've been there 28 years. And yeah, you know what? Sometimes I get really, really angry, really, really upset. And I stay quiet. And I want to do things that I used to do when I was an idiot and I didn't know any better. But you know what? I bite my tongue. And I know those females, like, I cleaned out my closet. It's New Year's. Got to turn around all the hangers. I cleaned out my closet. And I pulled out my Dickies and my Ben Davis and my Friscoes and my lugs and my sexy tops, and all my penitents are hanging. And I pulled out this guy too, which he's not very old. One of my girlfriends gave it to me. But I put on my clothes. They're 40s, my 40s Friscoes, and I pulled out my lugs and I put on my lugs with my booties, the little ball at the end of the sock, and my sexy top, and I put on I didn't put on my penitent. My son was in the restroom. My 18-year-old was in the restroom, and I went over there and I go, open the door, I want to show you something. Ooh wee. I mean, I'm still a big girl, but damn. You could see my waist, you could see my hips, my pants were creased in the front, because they've been folded up in my closet. And then my son's like, whoa, you look like a gangster. I go, yeah, that's what your daddy fell in love with. Well, that's how I ended up with you. I got him. And I want to put on my fedora hat and jump into my caddies and just go cruising, but I can't do that because my mentality is not there. It would be if I were to go to a lowrider show, and get all dressed up gangster, I'm but I'm not there anymore. So these women, my neighbor across the street, 100%, I thought that she would be on my side. Apparently, she was having fun while that lynch mob was outside my home, too. Woman that I have helped, constantly. And you're annoying and you're disruptive and this and that and yaddy yaddy. Oh, but when you needed help taking your refrigerator upstairs, my sons were good enough to do that for you. Oh, but when you needed a ride or you needed translation or you needed, some medicine because you didn't know what to do, Sandra was good enough to help you, right? And Sandra helped you for at least 15 years. But when this happened, all of a sudden, she's jumping on that piggyback, piggybacking on that wagon. I'm like, all right, that's all right. God bless you. If you need any help from myself or my sons, please don't hesitate to ask, because you have an 80-year-old mother, and I love her. And it's so sad because my own children call her mother mama, and she's African American, she's black. So if I'm racist, but even that person, even her, jumped on that bandwagon and decided to attack me too. You know what? God bless you. I hope you're okay. And yeah, I'm still angry, and I'm like, wow. And I showed both my sons. You guys wanted me to apologize to her. I apologized to her. These are her response. So you guys can see that I tried. The little Napoleon guy across the street too that has she named him that. That upstairs neighbor named her downstairs neighbor Napoleon because he's a short little guy that has a complex, and I guess Napoleon had an attitude complex. I don't know, so that's what she calls him too. The other bald neighbor further down the street, laughing when they were. I saw him on those videos laughing at me. Ha ha ha! That's what she gets. His daughter talking about, yeah, those are all her cars. But on Street Sweeping Day, which I put on TikTok, and I think I put it on my YouTube, you guys see the frenzy. They are pushing their cars, pushing, jump starting the batteries. Why? Because those cars don't work. But they have a problem with me because my cars do work. And I'm one person, I have to drive them all. And I can pick one for every day of the week. I have 8 cars, eight, eight old cars. Well, actually, 5 old cars and 3 new ones. So when I see all these people and all the things that they're doing, and then they want to come and smile in my face. I mean, the young lady that cleaned my home, I gave her mom a job in TJ, and she had the nerve to say, "Ha ha, it's not funny when black karma comes back to you, right?" Well, I wonder what she's saying right now. I wonder what Antonio's thinking right now. Alex is in jail. They're waiting. Antonio doesn't come out. I haven't seen him. He honks his little horns. I guess I have to do a restraining order because he passes to the front of my house and he creeps. So, do I have trauma? Yeah, I have trauma. I have a lot of trauma because I refuse to buy a tamal from here, from any vendor. I refuse. It hurt. Not no. I don't refuse. It hurts me. It hurts me to buy a tamal from them. It hurts me to buy flowers from them. It hurts me to buy a taco from a taco stand when the lady that says sells tacos de canasta, which are nice soft tacos because I don't have teeth, I can't go there. It hurts me because of what they did to me. So I love my sister, and she lives about 2 hours away from me. Okay? My nephew drove over yesterday to bring me some tamales. Now I'm already thinking my sister bought them somewhere, and I might buy tamales from Costco. Yeah, I'll buy tamales from Costco. They're all right, but not from a vendor out here. No corn for me. No chips. When I used to spend $20, $30 one sitting. Sorry. Not only did I spend that kind of money, but I also tipped them. Okay, I tipped them because I know how to appreciate. So there, they just hold an extra corn. So my nephew drives here. I'm already paranoid, and I'm already, antsy because hours to come to give me some tamales, and I'm like, and I have this inner struggle on the inside, and there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. I want to buy. I want to have the liberty to buy whatever I want from whoever I want and not care. But this is the damages that Alex and his lynch mob, which is what it should have been called, not justice aid. That's what they do. They hurt people. That girl girl Susanna, please call me Susanna. Please call me. That told those Hispanic people to get out of her house because they hadn't paid rent, they hadn't paid bills, so she shut off the water. Yeah, she was wrong. When I don't know about that one, but I mean they doomed her, you guys, when she told them, I'm going to call immigration on you. What's wrong with that? You know, can she do that? I don't know. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. I don't know. She was angry. She's taking care of her elderly parents that have that house. That you got some, you know, we're not even going to call them illegals. We're just going to call them unlawful because it could have been anyone, any race. They're living in her home and not paying rent or bills or anything. She still has to pay a mortgage on that house. Her parents now have a, oh my God, her parents now have a bigger problem. That's their only source of income, probably. So what did Alex do to Susana? He went all the way to where she works. And he threatened her the way he threatened me about contacting my employer, about taking my job away, about legally, you know, drowning me. And I'm still standing. And I have the suffering that I have had to deal with has not been economic wise. It has been mental. And Susanna suffered mental. Her parents suffered mentally, the anguish. But he also went after her and they fired her from her job. They de-affiliated from her. Her job did that. For whatever reasons they did it. And that's why when I'm sitting at a friend's house on their table on Christmas Eve, I feel privileged. But I'm also questioning, are you sure you want me here? Are you sure you want me? You want me here? And I'm grateful for that company. I'm grateful that some people can still see me for what I was, what I've flowered and grown into to now this point. So, am I praying for the people that are arrested? Alex and his followers. I don't even want to call them a lynch mob anymore. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to get on YouTube and I want to say, hey, this is Sandra Ayon, your home care provider. Guess what, you guys? That's what I want to do. What can I do to help you guys? But I need to do a few more videos to let people know what they did to me. Because as I sat on the table yesterday, it is the first time in over 5 months at least, because I hadn't bought any before, that I have eaten a tamal here. And the only reason I ate it was because my sister made it from scratch for me. So she helped me cross a boundary that I'm still struggling with. And I love her for that. Sometimes we need a little push, but you need a push from the right people that care about you, people that genuinely are concerned for you. You need a little push. I don't know about any relationships, you guys. I go back and what I learned in that 51 days while I sat there and waddled in all that misery and all that pain and regretted saying what I said. I learned two things. I'm not afraid, but I'm scared for my children, I'm scared for Rafael, and I'm scared for my dogs. So I've taken care of those fears. I'm not afraid. And the refocus that I use to put myself in check are two words. Two words that I use when things get hard, when it's not clear what to choose, when I don't know what to do. And these two words are the ones that guide me. My kids and my money. My kids and my money. That's what helps me refocus. So if you guys can take that, and I've shared it with many, many women that I've spoke to that I found in that in that in in a similar situation as me, where they're like, I don't know what to do anymore. Easy, your kids and your money. And if your kids are okay and your money is okay, you're gonna be okay, because you could go buy yourself whatever you want. You can pamper yourself. You can give anything you want. Anything. The world is infinite for you. You can have whatever you want. And not to say that I'm not interested in tomorrow's New Year's Eve. I am choosing to be alone. I can have company if I wanted to. I don't want the company. I don't want those kind of companies that I used to have. I need to change and be better, because money doesn't buy everything either. So I'm okay at home by myself. I don't need to drink. I drink when I want to. I don't need to be out at that time of the night. I turn off my phone. My phone's always off, as a matter of fact. I just look at it every now and then. But I'm still a strong, independent, self sufficient, reliable, caring, compassionate, uh, crazy. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, sorry. Woman. I'm all of that. And not only am I going to be that tomorrow on New Year's Eve, I'm going to be that on the New Year's Day and on the second. And my birthday is landing on a Saturday, so I'm like, oh wow, what do I want to do? It could be on a Tuesday. Don't care. I'm still going to go party in Mexico and TJ La Revolucion. There's every day is a party day. Let's go down there. But I'm getting to that point where I'm too old to be around those mixes. I know better. So I isolated myself from all the gangs and all the company that I thought was not good company. And thanks to that, my sons are completely different men than the ones that I grew up with. Or not only that, but the ones that are still the product of the neighborhood that I live in. Proof that my kids are not like that. So if there's a teacher amongst these people that are doing, you know, these shenanigans where they're hurting people, why, if the teacher's smart enough and knows, hey, well, I agree with some of his tactics, but not all of them. Get away from that. Get away from that. Um, why would you want to be affiliated with something like that? That's going to bring you down. And hence why I don't know if he's still in jail or not, the teacher. I don't know. But I was a gangster and I got away from the gangs for my sons. And my sons are a product of me getting away from the gangs. And I'm happy with that choice. And I'll do that choice all over again. All over again. So
we got to save. We got to save and make money for the kids because it's my kids and my money. That's it. And if I get lucky to meet someone that actually says I'm a quality person, and wants to get to meet me, maybe, maybe. But I'll be more productive and I'll try to get on there, and I'm going to learn this TikTok thing because I have to, and it's cigarette time. So I don't know if there's anybody out there. Oh. My son gave me this. He knows I like red. That's cool, huh? Look how pretty that is. Mom, here, I thought you would like this. And I was like, oh, thank you. Oops, that's the wrong window. Oh, sorry. So, I've had a lot of trauma going on. I am going to brush all of this stuff off. Not because, oh, well, he's in jail and he's, he's where he belongs. No. That's not why. That's not why I am going to start this all over again. I need to do it for myself. I need to, because they work. I lost a lot of weight. I want to feel better about myself. I want to be productive. I want to help as many as I can, and I'm going to get back on this ball because that's what we do. There's only one way when you're down, and that's up. You go up. So I'm going to continue to pray for Alex and his followers. I'm trying to be as um, I have to realize that they're also human and they make mistakes. I'm not going to be judgmental. I am going to provide the proof of what I have been through so that they can be held accountable for that. Um, but I'm not going to let 1% control me. I'm not. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for the ones that have been there. Thank you for the ones that aren't just fair weather friends and they're only there with you when the weather is fair. And as soon as it starts hailing and thunder and, a storm, they run because that's basically what a large percentage of the people that I thought were my friends that cared about me, they left. They ran. They abandoned me. And if it wasn't because I'm a strong woman, because I have faith in God, because I recognize I was wrong, but I also know that he lied. Antonio lied just to fatten up his pockets. It's like, you know what, dude, go for it. I'm glad. I'm glad. But if you're gonna step up to shine, don't step on people to shine. Step up on your own. And that's the only message that I'm just like, you know what, you guys move forward. There's going to be a fiasco. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And you know what, you guys, if tomorrow I'm not here, oh, you got my videos. If tomorrow I'm not here, my life has been a total blessing and I'm ready to go home. My only regret is that I wish the Lord would have came into my life a long, long time ago. But I've said and I've done and I've enjoyed and I've been blessed to be with the ones that I'm with and I'm blessed to know that the ones that I know
and I'm a better person. And I know I'm only 48, but I'm all right with that. You know, how many of us don't make it? How many of us don't make it to 48? How many are locked up in the pen? You know, I got homeboys that have been there a long time, and they were kids, 15, 16. I didn't want that kind of life. My older son, saw his father when he was less than a year old. And I love my mother in law. Rest in peace. I know her and my father in law. And I told my mother in law, my son is not going to see his father again until he's like 19 years old. Sure enough, that's when my son saw his father again. A full grown man. You know, he wasn't one of the lucky ones, which is why I support him, you know, and he does great donuts. He does a great job. I mean, those donuts are amazing. But I'm helping him too. I'm helping him to make something out of himself because he's a gangster and gangsters are low and they don't have any education and they never amount to anything. That's what they say about gangsters. No, there's some gangsters out there that are smart gangsters, you know. They're smart enough to get out of the gangster mentality. And that's where I got out of. I got out of the gangster mentality. This ain't about no hoods. No, it ain't about no hoods. I'm a gangster representing my home. I represent my home, my house. I live in a bad neighborhood. My house is always clean. You know, my dogs, I haven't always had this many dogs, but the front's always swept, the back's always swept, the front yard is cut. You know, I do a little painting here, a little painting there. You know, I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician, I'm a maid, I'm the gardener. I don't know how to put a roof on, otherwise I'd be doing that too. You know, I do everything, everything. I put on some gloves and let's go. And if I need to get them done again, these are pretty long though. If I need to get them done again, and I put the bling bling on them, okay? Because it'll cost me an arm and a leg to put a bling bling on them. I just put on my gloves, and that's the 90% man that you're talking about, you know. But every now and then, that 10% woman comes out. Watch out. Watch out, because damn, she's bad. But I've lived. I feel like I've lived. All of this material stuff. I told my sons, if something happens to me, if something happens to me, don't go see me. That is not the first place you go. Something happens to me, you go straight to the banks. They have access to all that because I made it that way. You go straight to the banks and take out, you know, I only keep a minimal amount in there. Take it all out. Then you go see me because I know people that have had their parents pass away 2, 3, 4 years ago, and that money that their parents had is still in the bank, and the bank won't release it to them because of technicalities. So it's like, no, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm gone. Go take my money. It's all yours, sons. Because that's why a parent works. A parent works to take care of their kids. A parent works to make sure their kids aren't without. That's what a real parent, responsible parent does. There's only two perfect parents in this world. One is the one that doesn't have any kids, thinks they're all perfect on that aspect, and the other one is the one that the system has taken away their kids because of things that they have done, and those parents have had to fight for their kids to get back. They try to be perfect parents, and that's good because they know the value of a child. You know, and my dogs are dogs, but they're my children, and I love my children, and I take care of my kids, and I talk to them like they're my kids, and they understand. They know what I'm talking about, you know, because they're they're smart. These sons are smart. Lola jumps everywhere, dude. I gotta look at Lola and go, watch Lola. You better be careful. You better stop. You better listen, or I won't let you out again. You know, and But I'm okay. I'm okay not being here today. If I get home, I'm okay not being here tomorrow. I'm okay. I'm okay. Whatever God decides for me to do, then that's what I'm going to do. And right now, I'm praying that Alex is sitting wherever he's sitting, that someone reaches out to him and says, "Do you think you could have done something differently? Because now you got all these charges on you. Now you got all these people that are attacking you. Some of the creators that I've seen got a point. One of them has a really good point. The one that's fasting. I don't know if he's still fasting. I don't know how that works, but because I guess I fast, I just never really do it intentionally. I just forget to eat sometimes. But anyways, um, the other, he wants to create a movement for vendors. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. When something costs you money, and effort, you take care of it more than when it's given to you. So my question is, well, what can I ask when I walk up to a taco stand? Hey, do you have your permit to sell these? And are they going to be offended and angry? Oh, you know who I am, right? I'm Sandra Ayon. You know me, right? You know what I went through. I like to see if you have a permit. Where is your paperwork documentation that says that you're legally able to stand in this corner and sell flowers or tamales or corn or whatever the case may be? Where's your paperwork? And I don't want them to get upset, and I don't want them to get angry because I'm asking. I want them to say, "Oh, well, here it is." Just like when a cop stops me, "Can I see your driver's license, registration?" "Sure, of course. What's the problem, officer?" "Oh, well, you were speeding." "Oh, okay, cool. Here you go. Do you have any weapons in the vehicle?" What does that got to do with me speeding? You're gonna give me a ticket for speeding, or you want to get me for more stuff? He's just doing his job. Somebody has to do their job. So some of these creators are like, really? I've been saying it. How do you fight violence with violence and expect peace? Expect the result of peace. How do you do that? How do two wrongs, I was wrong, the tamalero was wrong, how does that make a right? How do two wrongs make a right? It doesn't. It doesn't. So, what are we doing? I'm just sitting here going, okay, one day at a time, one day at a time. Like the alcoholic, I'm not even well, I guess I could be an alcoholic because I rented my family, my father and my brother and my grandfather and different sides and whatever. But I'm not an alcoholic, thank God. I don't like drinking that much because I get really angry. So I don't drink. I don't drink. I'll have one or two, and that's enough for me. One or two, and that's enough. I don't need more than that. Because I also made a promise not to drink because I'm sad or angry. I'm only going to drink when I want to celebrate. Right now, I don't want to celebrate. But how now you see these creators that are out there, and they're like, let's do this peacefully. Let's do this right. And I'm like, you go, boy. I'm like, right on. I'll back up that movement. You know, they want to compare Alex Enamorado to Cesar Chavez. No, no. I don't remember Cesar Chavez being angry and yelling at cops and being disrespectful and cops. I told my son, do you know why cops are always clean cut? Do you know why their boots are shined, their cars are clean, they look very decent. You know why, son? No. Well, did you ever think about it? No. I go, because they need to go out there amongst the people and they need to represent what a decent person should look like. And that's my take on it. And if I'm wrong, correct me. But the cop's clean, his shoes are shined. I mean, gangsters, how many hours do we iron our pants? It took me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I only iron once a year. That's it. I think I ironed this. Yeah, I did. This year I ironed, and that was it. Once. Because if I sit there and I start ironing, I'm going to be there all day because I'm going to make sure my creases, my pants are going to stand up on their own from how much starch I put on them. So I only iron once a year. But I want to look clean cut. My Nikes, my Cortez, they're clean. They my t-shirt has to have, if I'm wearing a t-shirt, has to have three lines in the front and one in the back, and that's just how I do it. I'm sorry, one in the front and three in the back. But I had that backwards just for so long. I'm sorry, but and we go out there and we're clean cut. We think we're all that. Look at the old school, chola clips. Yeah, mousy, and it's just mi vida loca. It's just my feathers. I'm gonna put pictures up, you guys. I found my immigration paperwork, and I'm gonna put pictures up of my feathers, of how I used to comb my hair when I was 18. I'm gonna show you guys the transition, the transformation that I have gone through, being a parent, being a single parent, a person of good moral character, trying to be a person of good moral character. Yeah, I have a DUI. Yeah, my DUI got expunged. I there's I'm not hiding anything. So when they couldn't find anything on me, where's this entrepreneur queen at? Where's she at? I got videos of her. I'm gonna put them up. Where's she at? She deleted everything she had because she's afraid to go to jail. Why are you afraid to go to jail, girl? What's gonna happen to you in there? What? You're not good enough. You did something you shouldn't have done. Is that how dirty and guilty your conscience is? They're saying that Alex got beat up. Alex got beat up. You think the cops are dumb enough to beat him up? I wouldn't be surprised if other inmates did that to him, but that's totally different. But the cops, no. Cops have been studying him for months and months and months. They've gotten all this information. And now, finally, which is the way it should be, when you're prepared, you take your next step forward. What do you prepare yourself to take your next step forward so that you don't fail and take three steps back? So that's the system we live in. That's how this system that I've seen. Is it just all the time? I don't know. It's been just to me. It's been fair to what I've done. It's been fair. Yeah, there's a cop or another one, that I have one that I'm fighting. Doesn't make any sense. You don't treat people any differently. A cop doesn't have the right to come and start talking to you nasty. No, we deserve respect. That's why they have cameras on them. And I'm going to win that case too, by the way. So, I'm going to give it all my, because it was during COVID, so I gotta get on that one too. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys. I want to, for all the support that you guys showed on my channel with me. Take a look at my TikTok. It's under La Moonshine 18. Um, I don't know how to post it or pin it. I'll figure it out. Take a look. Because I want to go live on TikTok. I want to be able to help others with what I do, which is IHSS. I want to be able to encourage other people to, hey, check it out. Look I went through this. I know how you feel. I've been trying to reach out to people that Alex has attacked, and I've only made about two contacts, but I want, the pain is real, you guys, and as strong as I am, trust me, I cry. As strong as I am, I'm weak. As strong as I am, I keep going, even though it's hard. I just keep moving forward. There has to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm not rejoicing or finally coming out now because, haha, he's in jail. No, I have not been ready to tell you guys. I have not been ready to come out and tell you I've been depressed. I don't eat. I can't sleep. Worry about people looking at me. I wonder why they're looking at me. I can control my actions, but I can't control anybody else's actions. So I I stay home. When I go out knowing that I might not make it home. Do you guys go to the store and wonder if you're going to come back with that gallon of milk that your mom sent you to go get? Do you guys wonder if you drop off your kid at soccer practice, if you're going to see him later? You know what? I don't care about what I'm wondering. Have you guys seen the eyes of your child look at you and wonder if they're gonna see you, let me close this window. People are loud. And my son may be 18 years old, but I have protected my children. So he may be 18 and he still has a mentality of a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, where he doesn't completely understand. But have your children looked at you and wonder if you guys are coming home? That look in their eyes, and all I can tell them, it's doggy dog world, man. Bro, and bark. And that's why I've done what I've done. I've been through a lot with this ordeal, and I'm tired. And I'm not going to do it no more. And I'm not going to suffer anymore. So from now on, you're going to hear me. You're going to hear me. And I'm going to say what I have to say. And I'm going to say it because I believe in it and I know it's right, because they were wrong. They were wrong. And they can't. So they can't, there's no justification for what they've done to me at all. They took it, they blew it well out of. For nice. I like these old cars. Oh, I haven't seen this guy in a while. Oh, okay. See, that's what I ought to be doing right now, is riding my 63. But I got this truck, and this one's nice too. So you guys are going to hear me. Look for me on TikTok. I'll pin it up, and so you guys can follow me and make me go live so I can help you guys with your timesheets. Seems to be the thing to do right now. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much for everything. If you guys need my help, my phone number is area code 562-281-3219. I'm here to help you. Text me. Subscribe, like, share this video if it'll help someone else. I'm not looking to be famous, you guys. I'm just a small fish trying to live in your pond, you know. God is going to decide what he does, and he's going to take care of his people. That's what he does. And we just have to remain faithful and patient and know that we are going to be victorious in whatever it is that we do. I'm going to go home. It's 11 o'clock. I love you guys. God bless you and take care. Bye. Oh, Happy New Year. Don't get too drunk. Bye. X.